It is one that has meaning. I mean, you guys know that I have a problem with songs that have no meaning. And me and Sluma, I think it was the week before last. I, I I honestly think it was the week before last. Um, we were seeing the Gaither Hour, and they were singing all these old songs. They were in an old church, and they were singing a cappella. And all they had was, your honky tonk piano, your banjo, your guitar, just doing it. They were dressed like back in the 1800s. Um, but it was amazing to see. And these are all artists that they've been singing forever together, um, on a weekly basis, after year. But it was amazing just because of the songs that they were singing, that you could actually see the Spirit of God moving among them. And no, there wasn't no jumping and shouting like in a black church like we're used to, or in a Hispanic church. But there was a sense of praise, and everybody sang the songs, and they would raise their hands, and they'd be crying, and they were singing songs like this, like the one we just sang. Cause see the what my one of my favorite parts of "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus" is the fact that when when um the chorus comes, and the chorus says that, Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, how much I love you, how I proved you more and more. Well, see, that's my greatest uh, incentive. Let's use that word. My greatest incentive to really trust Him, because see, it's just like when the disciples were in the Sea of Galilee, and the storm rose up. And they see, and we've spoken about this here, and they see this apparition come walking across the water, and talks to them, and they're like, Peter goes, army or marine on him, and says, proceed, advance, and be recognized. And says, I'm Jesus. And he said, well, if you're Jesus, tell me to go over there and walk, and that so I can walk on the water. And he said, come on. Peter walked on the water, and and the great thing about that is that the storm didn't stop. And the song tells us that in order for us to trust Jesus, to trust in what He's going to do, and actually see deliverance, what's going on around us bad isn't going to stop. Isn't going to stop. I will lift my eyes up to the hills, from where comes my help. Well, yeah, the help, like when the psalmist wrote this, he was in the battlefield and he was looking towards the heavens. So yeah, he would lift his eyes up, see above the hills, and go to the heavens. And that's where salvation came from. This past week, Thursday specifically, when we were all bracing, we were running, we spent Wednesday making preparations, taping windows, running around, getting what supplies we could. And, doing what we could humanly do to prepare for what was going to hit us. And there came a moment when I said, well, I've done all I can. I can't do anything else. Now it's in God's hands. And I remember Hurricane Wilma. That was a Category 4 that hit us down in Broward County back in 2005. Casey was little. And so what I did was exactly what I did with you and Zeus. I put Casey and Andy in the bedroom. Stay over there. I'll deal with this, whatever happens out here. And the wind was nothing like we experienced on Thursday. It was ridiculous. So I took the sofa that we had in the living room, I put it against the door, and I sat on the door, and I spent the whole night bronco busting, because that sofa was jumping up and down all night because of the wind buffeting the door. But the thing was that, that night, just like Thursday night, when I was awake all night, I said, God, I can't do anything. I've done all I can. I can't do anything, but please, please, we all serve you. We all serve you. That was the only thing I could say. We all serve you. We all serve you. I don't want to say that because of my quote unquote very short prayer. God moved Matthew off the coast, off from where it was going to hit us, and put it off the coast. But I do want to believe that just like I was praying, there were tens of thousands of believers also praying at that time. And it's true what the Bible says. When his people come together and pray, God moves on behalf of his people. And God did that this past week. We were able to share ministry with people yesterday and on Saturday. Just, well, Pastor, what happened? Well, nothing happened, just when it got hairy. But God moved that hurricane. Yes, he did. Even though we don't deserve it, but he moved it. And it's great to know that when we trust in Jesus, just like the song said, Jesus is never going to let us down. It's like a song that we used to sing down in at the Star. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. My favorite part of the song says, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there by your side. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Yeah, and you know what? When we trust in Jesus, just like the song says, just like King David saying in Psalms 121, verse 1, when we trust him and believe in him implicitly, he will cause the wrong that is going on, the wrong that has occurred in our life, to be turned around and become something good. There was a song that Fred Hammond made famous, a song about blessed. And with this I want to close. When he said, I'm blessed in the city, I'm blessed in the field, I'm blessed wherever I go. And the chorus of the song says, late in the midnight hour, God's going to work in your favor. He's going to turn it all around and around and around and around. Not around like a blender, but the bad, he will turn it into good. Only because we trusted him, because we believed that even in the midst of hell, he is still in control. And he will always be in control. I will lift my eyes up to the hills, from where comes my help. My help comes from the Creator of heaven and earth. So I will trust him. I'm all messed up. I'm all jacked up. But I will trust him. Now, where does your help come from? God bless you.